So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right over here to my projects. I think this is where I was working on that. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to show you how I got to this because I have a lot of this already done. But the shirt that this is for won't actually be here for until next week, probably sometime. Anyway, so let's start from the beginning. So what she's wanting is a pineapple design bleached into a shirt. Now she doesn't want the pineapple bleach, so it's like a reverse bleach. So what I've done, let's just start from the beginning. We'll add a page. I love Canva and all the elements that they provide. So I just went over to Elements. Of course, it's in my recently used now, but I'll just search for pineapple and show you all the different options. There's a lot of graphics and things that you could grab from Canva. And if I wanted to use some pineapple rings in a design or something, this is why I love using Canva for designing. But for this, we just need that pineapple outline. I don't even think that's the one that I used. So let's go back to my recently used. This is the one that I want to use because it gives me that nice thick outline. What did I just do? Really, what did I just do? Okay, there we go. Anyway, gives me that nice thick outline that I want, and I want to make sure that I'm sizing it well. There we go. And then I'm just going to click share, download, and because I have the pro version, I have the option to download with a transparent background, and I always like to size up so I can make sure I have some really good pixels to work with there. I'm not going to click download right now because I did this already yesterday. But you can see that it's just I'm clicking, I want that transparent background because I want to be able to trace this so that I can have that outline. And then I'm going to come over into my Silhouette Studio and open my pineapple design. See my beautiful grandbaby there. Anyway, open that pineapple design, and it's going to open it up. And Untitled 3, I can close. And it's already got it traced. You see that little red line around it? That just means that it has already traced it for me. If I can get it to select, I don't need that red cut line to show. It doesn't make a difference though. It just means that is where it's going to cut. So it's actually good to know if you're new to all this. Oops, I need to have that selected if I want that red cut line back, don't I? Come on, give me my red cut line back. You don't want to? Seriously? Come on. Give me, there we go. So if you're new to using Silhouette Studio, if you see that little red cut line all through here, that's where all it's going to cut, which is exactly what I want. I want all of this to cut out, and that way I can weed out all these pieces to be able to bleach around this pineapple design, right? So I just want to make sure that it's sized to a size that I would like it to be. And I think I want to make it a little wider. Maybe not. That width was probably good. There we go. So it's really tall pineapple there, but it's going on a shirt, so that should be fine. And from here, let's see, I'm gonna have to piece videos together. So what I'm gonna do is show you my send screen, and then before I hit send, oops, nope, I need to change, see what I mean? I need to change the paper size there. I'm actually going to be cutting this on a 12 by 12 sheet. Ooh, I'm going to have to cut No, I'm not. I'm going to just change the sizing of this so that it will fit on my 12 by 12 sheet. That pineapple doesn't need to be any taller than 12 inches on a t-shirt, does it? You'll understand when you see how the shirt is done. If you don't already, not already looking at it thinking, yeah, you're right, it doesn't need to be. Okay. So, and looks like a nice chunky pineapple, right? Let's see. I just kind of do want to narrow it a little bit. I don't know. We're good. So we're going to come over to the send screen. I don't have my silhouette hooked up at the moment, so I can't actually tell it to cut, but that's okay because before I do, I'm going to switch cameras. And instead of screen recording, we'll be recording on my camera, on my phone, so that I can piece these videos together and you can actually watch the silhouette cut the pineapple. So as you can see, my software has already, it did trace it for me and it's going to cut, like I said, all those inside and outside lines. And then I'm going to be able to go in and weed all that out to be able to use it on the shirt. So hang tight and I'll be right back. Alright folks, so we are back. The shirt has come in, and I'm ready to go ahead and get this pineapple placed. I don't know, I've been hearing a little thunder out there, so I'm going to double check the weather before we actually go out and bleach. Of course, this is something I'm going to have to get used to. You guys are not going to know the difference in the time frame here, whether it's today or tomorrow, because I'm videoing this and piecing it together. But anyway, so I do want to go ahead and just get the pineapple on the shirt though. So I'm going to walk you through how we do that. Yeah, so I'm just going to get started. We're going to go ahead and take the transfer tape off of its paper backing here. And once you do that, it just, you see it lays flat. It's ready for me to stick it on there. I like to just kind of fold it in half so I can make sure I'm getting it at the halfway mark on my transfer sheet and try to get it laid down evenly. Not that I did that very well that time, but it's okay. And you always, whenever you're doing vinyl like this, regular adhesive vinyl, you always want to burnish from the back really well to make sure that your vinyl is sticking to your transfer sheet and not the backing that it came from. So now I'm just going to go ahead and peel the backing away from the pineapple. The easiest way to do that. Alright, and now we are ready to get this cutie placed on the shirt. So I've got my shirt laid up here. Just want to make sure it's even on both sides of my table, so I know I've got it at the halfway point. I just don't want to put it on there crooked. Alright, so I've got, I know you can't see this, but I actually have the top of the shirt right here at the top of the table so I can see how far down I'm laying it and everything. Again, I just want to make sure that I'm not going to put it on there unevenly. So kind of the same thing, I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to lightly set it on the shirt so I can see where we're at with it. Make sure that I don't have it on there crooked. I think we're good. Alright, so I know some people are really anal about this and they measure every little thing. I don't do that, mainly because I know that a lot of times the way that these shirts are made, if I measure and I think I'm putting it on there exactly right, it's not going to be right. I'm still going to notice some little imperfection with it. So I'm learning to live with those imperfections and know that it's a part of handmade crafts. There's going to be some slight imperfection that lets everyone know this was handmade. I just don't want it to be super noticeable because that's just me. Alright, so, oh, this is going super easy. Usually you have to be so careful because the vinyl will start to peel up with the transfer sheet. And that's what you don't want. You want the vinyl to stay on the shirt. You want it to be, the reason that I got my little burnishing tool out, because you want it to be adhered really, really well to the shirt. Because that's what, like I said previously, that is what is going to block the bleach from getting to those areas of the shirt. Now, of course, if I use way too much bleach, you're still going to see. I'm going to save this transfer sheet, by the way. I am not someone to waste anything. If you'll see in some of my videos in the future, anytime I do glitter, I always do it over a sheet so that I can just dump it right back into my glitter container, whatever is excess. Alright, so I'm just going to lightly go around and make sure that all these little edges, that's the part that I was really worried about peeling up, was the corners. So any of those little places, I want to make sure that they're really well adhered. so there's that. One second, I'm going to go ahead and grab a board so we can get this on there, and then I'll check the weather and see what it's looking like. We might go ahead and spray some bleach. Let's see. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this. I just use these little cardboard shirt forms from Hobby Lobby. Super easy to just, oh man, these shirts are so much better. I was buying a different brand of shirt previously. And I think I may end up switching to this brand here. This is a new brand that I'm trying out. But the other ones that I was using before, the issue that I was having with them is they had so much, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me speaking over all my wreck that I've got going on. I'm trying to get this thing on here, but they had so much excess thread. It's like whoever the seamstresses that they have doing these, they get the shirt put together and they throw it to the side and they don't bother trimming any threads. I had to buy a thread burner because I'm like, look, I'm over here doing the seamstress's job, having to burn these threads and make sure, you know, listen, I want you to be as comfortable as I am in my shirts. Alright? And a shirt is not comfortable to me if, let's see if I can get down. I'm usually not getting in my videos, but a shirt is not comfortable to me if there's threads hanging all over the place on the inside of it, tickling me, and it feels like little hairs, or my brain picks it up like a bug. I'm like way anti-bug, okay? My brain picks it up as a bug every time, and I'm like, okay, there's a bug on me, and it's always this little string or a hair attached inside my shirt or something silly like that. I don't want that to be the case with anything that I send home with you. I don't want you to get it and be like, there's strings hanging everywhere. This is horrible. No, I'm taking care of you, okay? But anyways, so that's all. I love these shirts a lot better because they're not coming that way so far. So, all right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop this briefly so I can check the weather. And we'll be back whenever it's time to bleach. Folks, I decided to go ahead with it. There's a little bit of cloud cover. And I did see a little bit of a pop-up storm coming, but it's not bad, and this is not going to take long at all. The design that my customer has asked for is not even a full bleach, so I think I'm going to go for it. Oh, that is turning so fast. Awesome. Awesome. I'm excited. So I'm just going to leave that and let you guys actually watch the process happen. I may speed it up a little bit once I start watching and see how it does. Let me see if I can't even zoom in. Maybe not. Oh, I can't zoom in on this side, but that's okay. Maybe I can try to get you guys a little closer to the action there so you can see it better even. Huh? Let's see. How did that do? That got you a little closer, didn't it? A little. Let's see if I drop this down. Does that do you any better? Yeah, so we'll just watch as it happens. Hopefully this shirt will actually turn white instead of just yellowing like it's doing. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and dab off the excess bleach here. And I think that's as much as we're going to get it. Like I said, my client really didn't want a full bleach anyhow, so this is kind of a little bit more bleaching than she was even hoping to see. So let's do that, and then I'm going to give the rest of the shirt a little bit of a pattern. So it all can kind of blend good. And now that I have gone ahead and sprayed my solution on there to stop the bleaching process, I can also go ahead and pull up. I'm not gonna, I could possibly peel that up already, but I think that I'm probably not gonna go ahead and peel that up because I want to see. I think it does better if I put it through the wash. There we go. Now we've got a little bit of a all over pattern to go with, and I'm going to go ahead and stop that bleaching process. Okay, got it. Now I'm not going to do any of that on the back. Some of it might bleed through. I'm going to go ahead and wash, y'all, and see what happens here. Let that sit for just a little bit, and I'll go ahead and wash. I'm going to peel up just a tiny corner down here at the bottom so you can see how it works. See there how it kept the bleach from getting in that area? So I think that I'm just going to leave that until I wash it because I don't want it to mess up the design. I don't know that I want to put that in my wash. I'm having a hard time deciding. I'm going to go ahead and peel it and see how it did. Looks like I got a little too much bleach in some areas, but you can still see the design. That's kind of what I was afraid of happening. So I am going to go ahead and wash it and see how it turns out. We'll be back. Just wanted to share the detergent that I use too. This Norwex stuff is really great. It doesn't have any dyes, no bleach, no chlorine, no fillers, no optical brighteners, no added fragrance, SLS, SLES, phosphates, all that stuff it's clear of. So I'm not putting in any allergens that could potentially harm my clients. So I'm just for awareness, I'm careful. Just really quickly, I just popped it in the dryer, and I did not notice where any of the bleach had bled out to other areas, other than what I had already noticed before putting it in the wash. So I'm excited to take it out and show you what it looks like at the end. Alright, so I just pulled it out of the dryer, and as I was taking it out, I did notice that there was a couple little threads that I need to go ahead and burn off. So I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that real quick. Should only take a second. I just noticed a couple. There was one here at the neckline, and a couple really small pieces in the pit areas. Just like I said before, I don't want anybody to get home with a shirt and find it uncomfortable for any reason. So, in fact, I'm very careful when I'm selecting my shirts too. Like with this new brand that I'm trying. I got a few of them to try so I can feel the softness. This is ultra soft material, which I absolutely love. The one thing I don't like about these shirts is they have the seam all the way up the side, but at the same time that kind of does make it easier to line things up. I don't think that it makes too big of a difference as far as comfort, but I think that it does make a difference. Are you ready to see this design? I'm so ready to show you. I do think, though, as I was saying, I think that the seams up the side make a difference as far as alignment, and I don't think that it will affect comfort at all. So check it out, and you can see there is a couple of spots there where it bled in there really good, so it got kind of hard to see the design, but you can still see. Super easy still to tell exactly what that is, right? So I'm not concerned as far as it looking bad. I think it looks great for what it is, and I'm really excited to send pictures to my client and let her know that her new shirt is ready. So there was that. That was just like a reverse bleach, I think is what you would call that. It's not really I don't know what you call that, actually. To me, it's a reverse bleach because I'm bleaching everywhere except for there. Although in some areas it did get there pretty good. Anyways, so that was that. Let me know what you think, and we'll be back very soon with yet another fun craft with Froggie's Funny Business. Thanks for watching.